Hello everyone to another week. Of course, the main attraction for this week has been the dev streams and the dev server. So first off, I might as well go through the English stream. I'll do it in chronological order and show off what they showed in the order that they showed it. I do not plan to go into too much depth of information for these vehicles, just to keep the video a bit shorter, just some general information. But first they showed off the US, which first they showed the USS Nevada, which we already had a dev blog for. And then we had the Des Moines, which is the premium that the US are getting for their Blue Water Tree. After that they showed off the changes to internal modules for the X-ray mode, where now different modules have different colours depending on what they are. So a colour for armaments, a colour for mobility, such as that. Then after that we got the AH-6M, which is a helicopter scene similar to the one that is in the Israel tree, but this one has some different modifications, some different weaponry that, as far as I'm aware, improves it overall compared to the Israel one. And then last for the US is the F-4S, which is a new jet premium that they have showed off there. So a new top tier ranking jet for the US as a premium to buy, although they said themselves that it is not the best option to buy because of the fact that you can get fully up tiered and fight stuff that is hard to compete with, especially if you're new to jets. After this they showed what Germany is getting. Of course, first they showed the German 222, which we already had a dev blog for and was one of the first ones that they showed off. The German one being 1.7 and a slightly stronger version to the Chinese one, as this one has a anti-tank capability as the Chinese one lacks the APCR rounds. Next we have a showcase of the tank internal modules, so how the modules are different colours for tanks as well. After that they showed off ejection seats, and then they showed the German T-72. After that we got the Soviet editions, the first one being the Yak-141, then the M53-59, which is a Czech anti-air vehicle which is going after the BTR in the Soviet tree. Then we got the Panzer S1, which is the new top tier Soviet SPAA in the tree, and arguably one of, if not the best anti-air in the game because of its range and angles and all that stuff. And then their last edition is the I-15 BIS, which is the new starter premium for the Soviets to replace the 2.0 one that they currently have. After that we got the British additions to the update, the first one being the Churchill NA-75, which is a Churchill Mark III with a 75mm gun, making it one of the few British vehicles that has APHE. Currently it sits at 4.3, but I am pretty sure it'll get an up tier just because of the potential that it offers. Then the second vehicle is the Challenger 2E, the new main battle tank that Britain gets. Then after that they showcased the new Beaufighter and Lancaster models. Very nice, very updated, as these were old models from a decade or so ago. They then showed off the 12 and 8,000 pound bombs that the British tree is getting, now making them the largest bombs in the game, as previously that was held by the Fab 5000, which was used by the PE-8, basically making the Lancasters in-game comparable to the PE-8 as a new nuke for ground battles. After that they showed that kills in battles now show what weapon they were used to get that kill in the kill feed, which you can usually see at the bottom right. And then after that they showcased the Tornado F3. After that we got Japan, which had the F-16AG, potentially the most controversial plane in the update, or just the vehicle in general, because of the fact that the Japanese never used the F-16, so it is partially a fictional vehicle. But to counter that, the Swedish also got the T-80 last update, so it's not too hard to argue against or for. It's just Gaijin being Gaijin. Then they showed the Type 16 Premium that we have already seen in a dev blog for the Japanese. After this we got the Chinese editions, the first one being the 222, which the Germans also received. The Chinese, got it as a 1.3 SPAA. They do not have the APCR, therefore removing the ability to use it as a anti-tank like the German variant does. It also has a earlier variant of the 20mm with a slower rate of fire, I'm pretty sure. Then they also showed the ZTS-63, which we have also seen before in one of the dev blogs. After that we got the Italians, where all they showed is the Ariete AMV, another main battle tank for Italy. Then after that we got France with the Char 2C, which currently is a very over-tiered tank at 2.7, while it has a 55mm penetration gun, so good luck fighting KV-1s with that. And then France also got the destroyer that we have seen before in the dev blog. Apart from that, they have no other naval that is coming to the game. After that we got the Swedish, which only have one addition, a Finnish Chieftain Marksman, except that the Chieftain hull has been replaced with a Leopard hull, so practically the same effects for anti-air, just maybe a bit more mobility for getting around. Then after that the Israelis were shown, where they got a Merkava 4 LIC, a new medium tank, main battle tank for their top tier. Then just at the end they showed some naval stuff, which I'm assuming they just forgot to show beforehand. The first one being the Fiel, a German addition to naval. Then after that they showed the Terra Nova, which is a Canadian vessel going into the British fleet. Then a HMS Whitby, which is a premium for the British. And then the IGN Ninohi, which is a premium Japanese destroyer we have seen before in a dev blog. The US also got a T1E1, which was not shown in the stream but was revealed in the dev server. It is a prototype of the M6 Heavy that they currently have, although it should be a weaker variant, although it sits at the same battle rating. I just assume that means it is a placeholder battle rating for now. I wanted to keep this video just as a quick summary of what happened in the dev stream. There is a lot more that I could talk about, but I'd rather do that in a separate video for separate stuff. So that should be about it for this video, so thank you for watching.